I would call Joe the morning of and go, hey, man, I can't find my license. What are you talking about? I ain't flying. I can't find my license. My license was in my hand. I just couldn't leave my apartment.
Really?
Yeah, it was too high. And then there was this other guy I met. He was the scariest one of them all. He became my brother. He taught me everything.
Really?
His name was Fred. He would teach me how to shoot A to Z.
Really?
He taught me how to make explosives, how to do the wire stuff, how to kill people with gases. I mean, it was crazy. It was like an education. It was like a 6-month education of every Saturday and conversations on the phone. And then he had a plan. He wanted to rob Aspen Bank on Christmas Day on snowmobiles. Christmas Eve on snowmobiles, right before the bank closed.
Makes such a great fucking
Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
That makes such a great
Oh, my God.
movie.
This guy wanted to rob Aspen Bank Christmas Eve.
Oh.
He did the math because his wife was an accountant for one of the biggest businesses in Aspen. And they figured out how much money goes into those banks during the Aspen vacation.
Yeah.
So he wanted to rob Aspen Bank. Me, him, and 2 other Vietnam vets he was friends with. So he was training me how to do the mobiles. He was teaching me how to do alarm systems. So what I was doing in turn was I was living in Snowmass Village, robbing everything. So I was practicing what he was teaching me in Snowmass Village, like the moron that I am. So I would, my other roommate made me a tool, and I would break into drug dealers' house. That would cover my drug habit.
Yeah.
So I would rob little drug dealers from time to time.
Are you doing coke at the time?
Oh, fuck yeah, but nobody knew.
Really?
I walked around like, no, I'm a straight guy. I was big. I had muscles. I worked out. So I told people, no, I don't do drugs. I did more drugs than anybody. I smoked dope. So whenever people talked about coke, they wouldn't suspect me because I didn't do coke.
Yeah, and you never usually think dope coke guys are marijuana guys.
I was robbing a bunch of these coke dealers, but then I started robbing businesses. I would take pictures of the alarm systems, give them to him. He would tell me what wires to cut. And I would fucking rob the businesses. I was crazy, man.
Wow.
I was young, crazy, and there was no way I wanted to work. Like, there was no way I wanted to work.
You know, you said something that's so fascinating. That's just the type of people you draw a certain type of... Everyone draws a different type of person. Like, I draw a certain type of person.
Yeah, you draw people.
And it's so fascinating. I don't think you realize that until you're older, where you start going, oh, yeah, that's the type of friend I usually have. Like, I'm usually drawn to... Like, I'm drawn to these guys, and they're drawn to me. My wife did it with... she was always drawn to, like, really aggressive, almost like toxic women. You know? And so it wasn't until we started dating that I was like, hey, you got to get away from those women. They're all a derivation of her mom, you know?
It's funny. Somebody once asked me if I get him heroin. And I go, I did coke for all those years. And maybe one person asked me if I wanted heroin.
Yeah.
Because coke people attract coke people.
Yeah.
Weed people attract weed people. Somebody's not going to knock on your man cave and go, hey, do you guys know where I get some crack? Just looking. Because it's weird. So that's how I learned from that. I learned that when you carry a weapon, it's a magnet. It attracts other people with weapons.
Really?
It's the weirdest thing. Strap a weapon on, and after 3 months, you start hugging people, and they got weapons. And you're like, what the fuck's going on?
What's up with all the weapons?
What's up with all the fucking weapons?
That's so fucking interesting. Now, wait, when did you stop drawing people that were... When did you start drawing that type of person? Because everyone you hang out with now is like...
Maybe like 2000, 99.
Yeah?
When I first got here, I got into some problems with some people. I mean, that's Josh Wolf, like the first 90 days.
Josh Wolf had a very interesting insight on the growth you've had, like, as a man. He's like, you know, you love Joey more when you see how he was to where he is. You love him more. I was like, I don't get it. And he's like, it's really hard to explain. But he's like, you know, if he goes, you know how like comedy clubs sometimes will only see you as a feature. If you feature there, they only see you as a feature. If you host there, they only see you as a host. If you come in as a headliner, they see you as a headliner, despite the fact if you were a feature or host the week before. Josh Wolf was saying it's like that, but like with friends, you watch them grow. He's like, he was in essence, and I from what I gathered, he was like, you would be amazed that Joey's the man he is today.
Amazed.
Like amazed. But I only know you as like a super loving dad.
Amazed.
That's it, really.
No, it's
like when I hear stories about you not showing up with doing Joes with Joe, I go, no, not Joey. Like, and they're like, oh yeah, that's why he started bringing Ari, because he would bring you, and you just disappear. You're like, dog, I wasn't feeling it. I had to go.
I was fickle. I'm really fickle. If something's not going my way, I just don't want to do it.
Yeah.
I love Joe with all my heart. I enjoy hanging out with him and laughing and doing everything we do. When you're doing drugs, it overshadows everything.
Really?
Yeah. Like I remember we went to Vegas one time, and it was a UFC on a Saturday and a theater on a Friday. And I basically didn't see them till the airport.
Really?
Like, after the show, I went up and did my 15 minutes. Joe got off stage. He goes, where's Joey? Joey's gone. I would never wait around. If I had a package in my pocket, you're only going to see me for 3 minutes after I get off that stage.
Really?
There was no hanging out.
Now, did Joe know?
Oh, yeah.
Really?
It was killing him. It was killing him as a human being.
Really?
Because he kept
Was
tolerating
Joe
it.
smoking weed at that time yet?
Yes and no.
What do you mean?
Yes, but not. No, he was just starting.
Yeah.
Like for 3 years, it was really rough. Because I would call Joe the morning up and go, hey, man, I can't find my license. What are you talking about? I ain't flying. I can't find my license. My license was in my hand. I just couldn't leave my apartment.
Really?
Yeah, it was too fucking high. And he's lucky he got a call. I wouldn't even call. You know how many people are still at an airport waiting for me?
This episode was brought to you by The Machine.